Okay, so
I'm gonna do the message.
should we show the message off?
Yeah.
All right. So, actually, this is probably the best place to do it from. So I got a message from someone, which look at this. Look at that message.
You like that?
You like that? Do anything for you? Obviously, this is not someone I know. This is clearly a bot.
Try a couple of these on for size.
But I've gotten so many of these bot messages.
Hey, my
on
name
PlayStation.
is Kim.
I don't know
Are
what the
you
problem
over
is.
18? If so, let's play a hot game with me!
Yeah.
Exclamation. I'm already playing.
Tearful Mew 0.
I don't
So
know
anyway.
what Cant Wars is, but
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and report this, but it's a problem. PlayStation needs to fix it. I can't imagine someone getting this and being okay with it. Yeah, I'm gonna report that. Why? I think it should not be on the PlayStation Network. Actually, it is sexually explicit content.
Yeah.
In fact.
Yeah. Oh.
Pornography, I guess?
Sure.
Okay. Adjust your privacy settings? Maybe
I like
that's...
this. It's just
yeah.
try these. It's like we're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, we're not doing anything about it.
So the top one, I guess.
Yeah. I
What if
would
we
like
just
to
took you
report it,
back to the
please.
first menu again?
Yeah.
You could just cycle through.
Yeah, I don't know what privacy settings. I don't know. Maybe not let anyone contact me. Maybe that's
I
what
think
I
you
do.
can do that. I think you could set it up so you can't get messages. Or
Yeah,
you can
I
only get
guess so.
messages from friends or friends of friends.
Frequent misuse of the report feature may lead to usage restrictions on your own account. So it's my fault. It's my fault that I get these.
No, there was this one time I was playing with someone who was cheating, and I was playing with Harley, and we both reported the same guy, and they gave us the same thing. And then 30 minutes later, we got a message from PlayStation. They were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we looked into it. Multiple people had reported him. Thanks, blah blah blah." And it was cool. They just like do that to stop, I guess, people from like
Yeah.
abusing the system. Tearful Muse 0.
Yeah, let's go ahead and send that one in. So we're glad we were able to have this PSA for you, all of you out there, all you lovelies who dislike and
This
unsubscribe.
Public sexy announcement.
Yes, I would like to block this
Yeah,
person.
Yeah. I guess if you don't really like content besides Attack on Titan,
Then yeah.
you don't have to dislike,
Okay, so how do I? Now I can leave somehow, right?
Yeah.
Leave. Yep.
What if it just said try reinstalling the whole console?
Yeah, try being better. Maybe it's your fault that you're getting contacted like that.
Yeah, wearing those clothes, walking the way
We've
you
seen-
do.
yeah.
Yeah. You're walking around town swaying those hips. What did you think was going to happen?
We've seen how you do, ZoinkMeister Patrick.
Yeah, we saw the algorithms don't wear pants during recordings. Where do you think that was going to go?
So see you in the future, Space Cowboy. All right, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit there.
My German friend calls me Cowboy.
That seems racist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Because I asked her, I don't know if you want to do this one of those off the air episodes with extra stuff or whatever.
Yeah, no, go for
But I
it.
had told her, I was like, hey, I had asked her, and she speaks English very fluently. I mean, she has like a strong German accent, but it's like,
Cowboy boy.
yeah, no, her accent's like cool.
You big cowboy man, huh?
She has a very nice accent.
America.
And I had asked her what if
was
there were any
terrible.
stereotypes,
Yeah.
and I was like, what do you think? Do you think we have like cowboy hats and like guns? And she's like, do you guys have cowboy hats and guns? And I was like, yeah, we have.
I
Cowboy
mean,
hats
yeah,
and
we
guns.
do have
We
cowboy hats
cowboy-
together. That's
And
pretty
then,
accurate, actually.
And I was like, and well, like, what do you guys have? Like, I mean, our stereotype is that you guys are usually the bad guys, but are very intelligent and charming, but are still bad guys, like usually evil lab style.
Oh, you were
And
going
the-
for a different stereotype than I was. Did we
Oh
ever look
no!
this-
And then she's like, I don't know. There's like a German dungeon porn or something. I think that's a stereotype that we have. And I was
Yay.
like, do you guys do that? And she's like, I'm sure some of them do. I was like, I can't speak for the whole country.
I mean, yeah, the same thing for us with our.
Hilariously, one of the cornerstones of our friendship
Yeah.
is that we both love Shrek.
Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean,
Like, a lot.
what
Like,
if
we
I
were
told you
making-
that I've actually never seen Shrek? I'm just kidding. I've absolutely seen Shrek.
Yeah, but we were talking like when I first met her through like an app that connects international friends.
Okay.
Like she was like, oh yeah, she's like this and that. My hobbies consist of loving Shrek, and I was like,
Wow.
I was like took off my glasses and like single teardrop came out, and then I told Harley and I was like, dude, I met this really cool chick in Germany. She's like super cool, and the best part is she like loves Shrek just like you and I do. And Harley was like, I'm so happy to see that Shrek ascends culture.
Wow.
Shrek literally ascends language barriers.
You know,
Because she said she was. I told her that I was learning the bass
That's
guitar.
crazy.
She said she was going to learn all of the music from Shrek on piano,
wow.
and I was like, "That is super cool."
Wow, I don't like Shrek that much. In
I
fact,
like Shrek that much.
I'll say I'm not a big fan of Shrek the Third. I didn't like that movie.
I don't remember being too fond of Shrek the Third. Or what was it? Shrek the Final Chapter.
Shrek the Final Chapter is actually the friend whose name I still haven't said, but at this point, it's more of a joke that I haven't said his name than anything else. That's his favorite one.
It's like a running meme.
Yeah, is the fourth Shrek movie. The one who introduced me to Short Hike.
That's the one from with Rumpelstiltskin, right?
Yes.
As the main villain.
Yeah, that's his favorite one.
Yeah.
Which my favorite one is Shrek 2.
Yeah, I like Shrek 2. I like Shrek 1 a lot, and I think Shrek 2 is a really good follow-up. There's nothing wrong with Shrek the Third for me. I just feel like it didn't get better. But I mean, in the meme world, there's only two gods,
Okay.
and that's 1% Ultra Instinct Shaggy and Shrek. And from what we understand, they are equal. But we've never seen Shaggy go past 1%.
Right.
But
No,
we've
he's only
never
ever
seen-
shown 1% of his true power.
and we've never seen Shrek fight seriously. So we're at a standstill. Where
It
these
is his
memes-
swamp, though.
Yeah, it is his swamp.
That's when he's at full power.
What are
when
you
he's-
doing in his swamp?
Yeah. Shaggy would have to go full power in Shrek's swamp
Show
for
me
us
your
to.
big old butt, Shrek.
I want you to show me them cheeks.
Like, I think it's time. I showed you 1% of my true power.
Okay. Well, that's enough of that.
Real quick, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Narmak Animations, go look Johnny's
Bizarre.
Abnormal
Crusade.
Crusade.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Johnny's
a spoof on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
If you want,
I was going to say it's a spoof on everything.
yeah,
but
it's
yes,
a spoof
you're
on
right.
everything, but it's
It starts
mostly a
as,
spoof
I guess,
on JoJo, and
yeah.
then becomes a spoof on the three, I guess, most profound anime of our time. And before you
Yes.
get like, what, One Piece isn't in there?
No,
it's
One
because
Piece
there's no
isn't
way
in
to
there.
convey powers in One Piece like that.
Yeah, One Piece is more. I don't know if One Piece has as many tropes other than its like weird art style.
Yeah. So
Versus like the other ones, it's pretty straightforward.
yeah, like those, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's also a sequel to the video Yes Papa, also by Narmak Animations, which is entirely a JoJo reference.
I don't even
So
know if I've seen Yes Papa.
I would just see Johnny's Abnormal Crusade, but it's really good. It's like
Yeah.
the first half you're gonna be like, "What is this? This is dumb."
and
But the
the
second
like
half is
middle
fantastic.
half too. Like, yeah.
Yeah, the second half is fantastic.
Yeah, it like starts really awkward, and then there's like this awkward middle. The very beginning's like kind of funny and worth watching, and then the middle part's really weird and like hard to watch, and then the ending's like perfect.
Yeah, if you want to see
10 out of 10.
an absolute knockout of what it means to get anime, like whoever wrote that,
Yeah.
absolutely understands anime tropes.
Especially like I guess you'd call shonen, like action battle shonen.
Yeah,
Not necessarily every anime, but battle shonen
Like,
tropes
it's really good.
for sure.
You could future Patrick drop that in the
Yeah, I could probably.
not on screen. I mean, maybe the thumbnail or
I
whatever.
don't
but
know. Maybe I'll
in
put
the-
it in the description.
description, yeah.
Yeah, if I can remember.
Yeah,
I never do.
it's a Narmak animation.
I'm bad at my life. But yeah, I think that's.
How could you stray so far from your ideals?
I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I saw like that recently. I don't think so. There's that stick fight animation that was really good. But
I mean, I saw Flash Gets put out a new episode on.
there's
Among
the whole
Us.
the Stockholms ended. There's 10 episodes in total.
Oh,
Remember I
yeah?
showed at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the whole. That's by Octopi. Did this sitcom series called the Stockholms. It's a sitcom parody that's very, very good. It's very short, but yeah, I recommend checking that out, I guess. And Lord of the Rings. I'm out of here. That's it.
Bye bye. No one has seen Lord of the Rings. Right?
Literally everyone's seen Lord
I
of the
can't
Rings.
think of. Well, honestly, I mean,
Honestly, I'm more upset that you haven't seen, freaking. Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
no.
See, I'm more upset about that.
Des hadn't seen Star Wars before I showed her the first 3 movies.
That's just weird.
I know.
I can't complain about that. That's just weird. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not upset. I'm just like clearly that's not your fault.
Yeah. Like how like there's like so many. It's like an American icon.
Yeah. No, that's. And pump up the volume.
Hey, assistant, turn on the candles.
Pour it up.
Marvin Gaye, track 5.
What was that? I said Marvin Gaye. You heard me.
Yeah, no, we're gonna rub butter nuggets all over this thing while we're back.
What?
So like I was saying,
I'm
not stepping on a cord or anything.
Oh, no, we're good. I just didn't see them.
So in terms of Kestis 2, right?
Yeah. Should we explain what we're doing in case I throw this in? Because I also have that off the air, which hasn't been posted because it was spoiler for the end of the previous recording session. So
yeah,
if
sure.
you wanna add some stuff for off the air, I can throw that into that episode that didn't get posted yet.
I mean, whatever you want, just until you're set up and whatnot, or until the game is at the loading screen.
But I was gonna say, just at least what we're talking about is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Great game, loved it. Question is, what would we like to see next from the Star Wars Jedi series?
Yes, I had originally asked Patrick if he would want either a direct sequel, as in like Kestis 2, or if he would want like something still done in the same style, in the same vein, by Respawn, but at a different time period in the Star Wars universe.
Like something that would still yeah, this is definitely a Star Wars Jedi game. It's just not. That doesn't mean that it has to be a Star Wars Kestis game.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
He's not the only Jedi in the universe.
Going back to your thing about Metroid, where they're like, "Oh, you lost all your powers because you were a wanker."
Right.
Yeah.
So I was saying, like, I would absolutely. That would be the worst case scenario. Would be if it was Kestis 2, and then they pulled, Metroid on us, where you lose all your powers for no reason. It's like, that's the worst case scenario.
In a perfect world, right? I believe game development works in a very, how should I say this, predictable path line, right? Where you have your first game, which is like your blueprint.
Yeah.
You have your second game where you fix all the bugs because you have criticism from the people who played it and like critics, as well as like all the things that were cut on the room floor due to like time constraints.
Yeah.
And then after that, the second one is always like the best game, and then the third one is like we had to make another game, like one of those like we need the money for it. It's like clearly the second game again.
This game's it was too popular not to make money off.
Yeah. But again, it's ideally the second game again, right? Or you can go like Dead Space 3 style, where it's like, oh no, we totally changed the feeling of the game to get like the same thing, but we didn't really change the assets or whatever. That kind of thing. So I feel like the only way they could absolutely not screw up a Kestis 2, which I would prefer, is if they didn't take any of his force powers away, but they like added new mechanics in general to it, where it's like
more force powers, or
more force powers in general, but also
that.
like one of those like we got a grappling hook out of here, and
that'd be cool,
like stuff like that.
I was honestly disappointed by the fact that there was only like force push, force pull, and jump. Like
like your little double jump. I mean, there was the wall running.
That wasn't a force power.
Was like
I'm just gonna say it.
Even like your force throw and your almighty pushes and your almighty pulls are just stronger versions.
Yeah, exactly.
Of push and pull.
Like I was like, oh, we couldn't get like anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish you could like they added like a stealth element. I mean, if you had a stealth element, you have to kind of change the focus of the game. But I mean, it's still an action game. I'd say like, oh, you don't have to change the focus of it. Just make it like Metal Gear, where it's like, oh, the action sequences are still amazing. It's just now you have the option to stealth. Where if like you can stealth around like a box and like you see I mean, clearly not a droid, right? But let's say you have like a stormtrooper off in the distance. Okay. And you're just like, I'm just gonna mind trick that guy real quick. And then he starts starts like, wait, like what's going on? What are you doing? And he like starts I don't know, this or something like that, or you don't want to alarm those guards. Or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, they could have added like a mind trick thing, of course, but there wasn't really any stealth option at all. Yeah. Which that would be an interesting take. Or
things like that,
or if you could like switch to playing as like a BD1 to like scope out.
Yeah, to like stun some guards in advance or something. Yeah. Which would be neat, but of course be optional. I'd also wish they did more stuff with pulling. I mean, you have your like pull and push, but like I wish there was more like environmental stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You could do like, oh yeah, that support barrier down there is holding like a whole tank up or something that's shooting at me. I mean, there was like no tanks, but like let's say it was like, oh yeah, we have to take that out. Cal, go over there, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna force push this pillar over, and it would like blow something up in the distance.
Yeah, it would be cool if there was more environmental destructibility, like i.e., I don't know, control or whatever.
Yeah, where I guess your push and pull did more than just physically push and pull the enemies. It like push and pulled more things. But I mean, you could pull people and like throw them at people.
Yeah. But it would be cool if there was like you could like pick up rocks even and throw them at people.
Yeah, like exactly. That. And like it doesn't even have to be in the vein of like ripping concrete off the floor. Just like
just just more
generic stock boxes.
Right.
Stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, or even just like have things around in the environment that are just kind of like simple things. Like you could pick up a pebble off the ground, whatever, and stun a guard, and maybe make him like drop his guard, whatever. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know how guards had their health and then they had their like parry meter.
Yeah, defense break or
Yeah,
whatever.
it would be cool if you could like slap them with a pebble and like instantly drop their defense meter, and then you could like go for a straight health slash or something like
Yeah.
that.
I'd also like it if they absolutely added the dismemberment that we all complained about.
I
totally get why they don't do it. It's like, oh, dismemberment's supposed to be for an emotionally
Right.
like heavy moment.
Right.
But
It looks kind of weird.
it looks out of place. I would totally, because you're gonna get used to them being the fodder, right?
Yeah.
Like, I totally understand it if you have like droids that have like, oh yeah, they're plating resistance against blah blah blah. That's why
Right.
they don't get cut in half. But
Yeah.
like the base stormtroopers and stuff, those guys should be one shots. I don't care what anybody says. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. It is. I don't know. Yeah. That game, they did a lot of cool things with it, and I feel like it went some good places. But yeah, I feel like it'd be hard to build off of just because you went.
if they could have explained it narratively, like, oh yeah, because your lightsaber was broken, right?
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, the like the wattage output isn't that strong, so it's not like a full powered beam.
That'd
It
be
like
interesting.
yeah, it's not that. It doesn't cut that well.
They actually have that, and there was I just finished reading the Master and Apprentice Star Wars book.
Yeah.
And in it they find these things called Colite crystals, which are they're indistinguishable from kyber crystals from like an eye. Like if you just look at one, it looks
Yeah.
exactly like a kyber crystal. And if you put it in your lightsaber instead of a kyber crystal, if you put a Colite crystal, it won't kill.
Like a stun saber.
Yeah, it basically turns it into like a stun saber. Like you can slash
that
people
what,
with it.
what are the stun batons that the enemies use?
I think they're just called like stun batons in the game.
But they're not like at all.
No, they have
that,
nothing to do
right?
with kyber. No.
They're
Those are
just-
like the Grievous guards. I think they're just like electricity or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, even that, I would also like if you had weapon variability. I wish I had if there was a sequel, I wish I had the option to like, you had your lightsaber, but you can like also equip like one of those stun staffs or whatever.
Or even I wish the game included a gun, like the old Star Wars Jedi
Blaster.
Knight games.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Jedi Knight games, you had 9 guns, or no, you had like 8 guns, 1 grenade, and like your lightsaber is one of your 10 weapon options.
Yeah, I think because they had they had mentioned that in like a developer Q&A before the game release, and they said that they wanted this game to focus mostly on the lightsaber combat. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be like the emphasis.
Right,
Of,
and
like-
that's fair, but like, yeah, I'm saying like if you're doing a sequel and you want to,
Yeah, I mean, but I would
Sell
totally,
it.
yeah, I totally, because we already got it, right? We already
Yeah,
got like, oh
right.
yeah, this is the shoulders it has to go on. It was my game of the year last year.
yeah, I thought that game was so good.
Yeah, I still can't believe that it didn't win.
Well, obviously, what beat it?
Like Sekiro, I think.
Sekiro, that's right. Yeah,
I wouldn't
best game ever.
agree with.
Don't argue. No, you can't.
considering
It's
that my
impossible to argue.
number 2 was Resident Evil 2, and my number 3 was Control.
You know what?
So-
I'm probably with you on that. Honestly, that's
Yeah, that was my lineup.
yeah. I think I had said that I was not willing to give Resident Evil 2 Game of the Year, but like second best game of the year, definitely.
I mean, you should go back and play that game if you. Well, yeah, I'd say go back and play it now. It's a really good game. It's short. I'd argue it's the highest quality game of 2019.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's I think one thing that Fallen Order 2 could easily improve upon is not being so glitchy.
Yeah, but EA wanted it to die. They like clearly didn't care.
Yeah, no. And it was so successful. I feel like that now we got the Star Wars Squadrons. I feel like they've already announced that it's going to have no updates and no microtransactions. And people are kind of disappointed about that because it's supposed to be multiplayer focused. But I feel like they're still trying to prove to everyone that like, see,
It's not working, guys, but it's working.
yeah, if we make real games, then no one will enjoy
See,
it.
nobody likes them,
Yeah,
and then
but
everyone's
Star Wars
buying them.
Squadron's so good.
Yeah,
like-
and then everyone's like, okay, hold on now. You're not supposed to buy them that hot.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's unfortunate that the multiplayer won't get any updates at all. That's a little extreme for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's still like a way cooler game than I feel like if it had just come out with like spend all the money. Yeah. So we should probably get into our playthrough.
Yeah.
I think I told you last time. Yeah, let me stop this recording. I think I told you last time there was that.
How naked you like being when no one's here?
There's that anime episode I wanted to show you.
Or how naked you love being when everyone's here. Okay. What were you saying?
Even more so.
I'm going to start dyeing my hair black.
What color is it now?
What color is my icon? Like, like
Red?
yeah, like red and like accenting maroon.